Shameless. Charles has to delete his name from spare acknowledgments just before coronation. Charles delegated the responsibility of removing his name from the list to Prince Harry and gave Harry the power to do so. The reason why Harry does not spare King Charles in the spare is explained in the acknowledgments section of the book titled Spare. Because it is quite improbable that he will be able to bite the hand that feeds him after the divorce, he should avoid doing so to protect his financial stability. Why he recognized him in his book, and it would seem that he is aiming his criticism at William and Evan Gates. Does this imply that he is going to be more forgiving about Camilo, someone with who he seems to have a great antipathy? Follow the video till the end to know everything. In some professional opinion, this is the most likely because Charles has not yet settled on a choice for the titles of their children if they can provide evidence that they have stopped disseminating misleading information. In other news, King Charles III gave Prince Harry a major olive branch during his last trip to the UK despite refusing to meet him. In an interview with Spengini, Princess Diana's former butler Paul Burrell described how the king looked after Harry during his last visit to the UK. King Charles is said to have arranged for one of the royal cars to pick Harry up from the airport before taking him to Frogmore Cottage where he lived for the duration of his stay. Mr. Burrell said, "When Harry was here recently for the court case, the car from the Royal Mews picked him up at the airport, and whisked him off to Frogmore Cottage where he still lives." Mr. Burrell also claimed that food was delivered from Windsor Castle to Frogmore Cottage. He said, "The king dispatched a chef to Windsor Castle to cook Harry's food, a butler to take it down to Frogmore Cottage from the castle to serve it. That's not a king who is being mean, but of course, you will never hear that story because that's too good a story, too nice a story for Harry and Meghan to tell." Mr. Burrell said Harry and Meghan would rather tell negative stories, but the king does care about Harry and looks after him still. He's still looking after his wayward son. Mr. Burrell added, "It's the least he, Harry, could have done, to do his father a favor and come to the coronation, even if he is by himself." Mr. Burrell said that Meghan had a great excuse not to attend the coronation as it was Archie's birthday. He said, "She's got a birthday on the weekend of the coronation, so she's going to have to stay behind, isn't she?" Mr. Burrell's comments come hours after it was announced Prince Harry would attend the coronation on his own whilst Meghan stayed behind with their two children, Prince Archie Harrison and Princess Lilibet Diana in California. According to a source, Meghan would like her children to get to know their grandfather as they won't have a relationship with Meghan's father, Thomas Markle. The source said, Meghan doesn't want any more rifts. She wants her children to know their grandfather, Charles, particularly when they are not going to know their grandfather. She does hope they will meet and hopes her decision will be seen as an unselfish one, as it was best to keep the attention on His Majesty. Relations between Harry and Meghan and other senior royals have been under great speculation since the publication of Harry's memoir Spare earlier in January.